I have an election coming up as well now. I'm going to win it by a landslide. So what about countries such as Kyrgyzstan and, you know, generally in between Afghanistan and Russia? What are you going to do with those little Russia puppets?
I haven't really decided on those yet.
A lot of them are actually allied with Russia.
I really haven't thought about it yet. I know Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and I know for sure they're allied. I don't know about...
I think the only two that aren't allied are Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. The rest are all allied with Russia. I'm going to get mutual defense with Singapore, because I think that could come in handy whenever I go to invade Malaysia. That means they'll help me. A whole bunch of my rubber plantations are finishing. I am rubber magnet. Hear me roar! Build another 2. Just keep throwing up rubber. I've now scrapped all of my petrol power plants, which means I sell more oil. What's that?
In exchange for what? Coal?
No, I haven't built any new. I've had enough electricity production this whole time. And the thing about petrol is that I'm making a whole new resource when I could just be selling the damn oil. It's not efficient. There's just a lot of oil out there. And there's a lot more demand out there for oil than there is for coal. The prices for oil are a lot higher than coal, and the prices for oil will always go up because oil is a civilian need because you need it for heating, whereas coal is just something that's only used by certain industries. In older scenarios, what I usually like to do is if I'm going cheap and dirty, I go coal. If I want the most bang for my buck, I go hydro. In the modern day scenario, there is one thing that is better for money than hydro, and you have to research it. Only like places like the US can get it quickly. You know what I should definitely build? Another fucking industrial goods plant. Because I just keep importing it whenever I need more. But I should probably make more of my own. I only have one industrial goods factory. I only had one military goods factory too, but then I built a second and I've just been stockpiling military goods. Selling them occasionally or using them to accomplish certain things. I only have one consumer goods factory. A singular one. Building one more could change so many things. I should probably build another one. It would be a smart move.
Yeah, it would. I just plopped down 2 more.
I'll plop down one more, because placing one of these factories literally doubles my production. I use industrial goods, and even when I'm not using them, it's profitable to sell them. And as for consumer goods, well, you always use that, and it's always profitable to sell it, pretty much. Egypt's just throwing money at me. Thanks, Egypt. I don't even have a money problem. My money just hovers too low for their liking. They're like, we don't like your situation. We're going to help you out of it. Temporarily.
On us.
I will trade you improved AA guns for dark matter theories.
Deal. I still don't know if I have enough infantry to hold the port.
Maybe just make something else your first target. I mean, maybe Sri Lanka just isn't a good first target until you have more overall capability.
Oh, I have 74,000 active personnel.
Well, that's not really the thing you're looking for. You're looking for, like, your overall, for example, land forces. Invading that country from where you are is just not going to be very easy in general, because even if you wanted to, say, airdrop supplies, you couldn't do it. It's too far away. You need to invade it from India in order to, like, pull this stuff off.
I see your point. I want to take it because of that rubber production, though.
Well, luckily, I am building so much rubber that there will never be a shortage of it. I think I've actually made the price go down, finally. Speaking of, a lot of my rubber plantations are finishing, and you know what that means.
More condoms.
More rubber. I'm totally not going overboard with my rubber production. Totally not.
No, not at all. I think it's a healthy amount.
To be fair, I still don't even make anywhere near as much as Malaysia makes, so I'm technically not going overboard. Because literally, all of their rubber has to be natural, and they are the top producer in the world right now. If they're the top producer, that means that the other countries are actually lowering their production. Because they were the third top, right? Just like an hour ago.
On there, yeah.
Yeah. I think some of the other countries, like especially the United States, are lowering their production now that cheaper rubber is becoming available. Hey, we're almost in 2022. Did we only have one war in 2021 as opposed to two in 2020?
Yeah, we just had Congo and
Yeah.
the DRC.
Hey, it's a more peaceful year. I'm building so much, I'm using way too many industrial goods. I'm buying way too much, man. Countries are coming me specifically to sell me industrial goods due to how much I'm using. I gotta slow down. And I need to also get that other industrial goods factory done. That's not gonna be done for another 50 days though. And Egypt's just throwing money at me to help fuel my economy. Thanks, big brother Egypt. Even though I'm smaller than you. US is still just living off of debt. Dude, they have $500 billion right now and they're still taking out debt and not paying it off. War justification against them is up to 66% for fuck's sake. Hey, I got military production finally. Hey, what about that tank you said you'd give me? Hey, where's that?
Which one?
T90A, baby. Look, I can see it. I can use the T90A.
There you go.
Aw, yeah, it's time for an upgrade. It just straight up replaced the ZTZ I was using. Like, or no, the Al-Khalid. The Al-Khalid.
There's a better tank. Have it.
My military doesn't even want to hear about the Al-Khalid. And the Al-Khalid released the same year. They're just like, T98? Nah, get rid of that Al-Khalid. We don't need that shit. I eventually need to get more military production. I've been working solely on my economy this whole time. Just because there's so much to Indonesia. But it's just so poorly built up. I'm actually going to build another land production, a brand new military base. I noticed that also, I don't have a lot of military bases on a lot of my islands. And all my land production is on Java, my main island. So I'm going to actually make another military base. I'm going to scrap the airfield that's in Palembang, and I'm going to instead put a full-on air base at this new military base that I'm building next to Palembang. So it's going to have a barracks, a military base, it's going to have an air base, it's going to have a land production. I'll probably end up putting more land production there eventually, and it'll be like the production hub of land forces for this island. I'm doing a lot of expansion right now. My economy can handle a lot of expansion. I just need money to keep expanding.
I'll just keep wasting the money and then have Egypt send you more.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just continuously using money, and then either the Saudis or Egypt end up sending me more money. Saudi Arabia is one of the highest for debt, too. They're in the top list. Dude, it took me so long to find out where my second naval production was. It's all the way near Papua New Guinea.
Shit.
I was like, where the hell is this shit? I can't find it. It's the other side of the fucking country, in the least developed part of it. That part of my country is at, like, no risk, because it's so underdeveloped. If I can't get in, no one else can get in. I've just built a new railroad on Borneo, on, like, the northeast part, just connecting. I had a city over here called Botang. Eventually, I'm gonna need to build one going all the way up north to really connect Borneo, because all of Borneo is a fucking jungle, and it's disgusting. My second industrial goods factory finished, and my production's way better now, but I'm still using more than I make, so I guess I'll go ahead and make another one. Why not? God, these factories are eating into my electricity production already, though. I have 2 consumer goods factories, and it's eating almost, actually, more than a fourth of my total production. That's nuts.
Oh, for the electricity?
Yeah, 2 consumer goods factories. It's all it took to start eating a fuck ton of it.
I'm replacing some of my roads with rail, too.
Oh, just straight up replacing.
Yeah.
Neat, neat. Yeah, it is way more efficient to have rails than roads. However, that's in price. In terms of moving your motorized units around, the roads are way better. Rails are better in older scenarios because you have less motorized, mechanized units. But roads in the modern one are definitely more important. You can have both, by the way, on the same tile. But if you have to only have one and you need to save money, rails are definitely the way to go. They use a fraction of the cost, and they allow you to move through very low supply areas.
Like, just for inner city, like, if I have roads, like I have, like, a couple roads leading into Afghanistan, I'm going to leave those. That way my mechanized units can just freaking drive that all the way in.
I'm actually going to start supporting the government of Singapore with constant money so that I can make them like me more and more and more, because I'm probably just going to go for a full alliance because I'm going to use them as this little staging point into the mainland of Asia.
All right, good. Election's over now. Thank God. Yeah, I've got war justification with Afghanistan. I think I'll hit them first.
Oh, you have it already? The justification?
Yeah, it's at 70%.
Oh, then you're ready to go whenever.
Oh, the good thing is in this game, unlike PNR, you don't have to deal with all the terrorist groups.
Yeah, no, just other countries. It's a different game for sure. They used to have ISIS modeled in on the map. In one of the earlier world scenarios, ISIS started in the Middle East and they died in like the first month every time. They don't even have them now. Instead, in their place, they put Kurdistan, even though that's not an independent country. And they gave them land occupied by 2 or 3 completely different Kurd groups. Very weird. But I mean, alright. War justification against the USA has reached a natural 77%. That is how much the MILCAT penalty is fucking over their diplomacy. Most of the world, except for their NATO allies, must hate their guts. I wonder if that will lead to anything. Oh, the war is about to start. God, it looks like you're gonna literally be fighting World War II infantry. Oh, you know what would be interesting? And this would you'd have to somehow keep busy this entire time. If I conquered my way into Malaysia, into Thailand, took Myanmar, and then we both invaded India from opposite sides.
Oh, shit.
That would be interesting. Although you'd have to somehow avoid invading India that entire time. I'm building more and more industrial goods production. Soon I'm going to have to go into electricity to keep up with it all. But I'll need a fuck ton of industrial goods to produce more electricity. Honestly, if you did try to invade India right now, they'd probably kick your ass anyway.
Probably.
Like, they're huge and their army is large. You'd need to definitely expand your military production capacity before then. Like, right now, you're just a 1 on the bar. I don't know how much of your military you have deployed, but India's almost in the middle of the bar. The war has begun. I support this war declaration.
Yeah, there it is. Colonized region. There we go.
Oh, you're gonna colonize it? You're not annexing it?
I'm gonna annex it later.
Okay. Do note that will take more treaty integrity more than likely later on when you do.
Oh, I did not know that.
It's a little more treaty integrity overall than just annexing it outright.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, they're literally trying to fight you with World War II motorized engineers. And you have T-90As in this loadout.
Not to mention air support with chips, Su-30s, and 16s.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance. Supply is just going to be your worst enemy because I don't think you have any, like, supply trucks. Do I have supply trucks? No, you know what? I don't. I should get supply trucks.
No, I don't either. I should too. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, you are right on Kabul. They got a fuck ton of artillery, but it's like World War II artillery. If you can push up on Kabul, you'll knock them out of it. And you'll want to hurry before their garrisons catch up and start deploying. Nice air support, though.
Yeah.
Seems like you just run into a bit of a supply wall. A lot of your units look like they have enough supply to move forward, though. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Let's go knock over Kabul, boys. Woo!
My air support take care of that artillery bombing me.
Good job knocking it over. They don't even have any of their garrisons out yet. They'll probably relocate their capital because their military approval rating is like at max still. Oh, if only you had supply trucks. Hey, they have supply trucks. Oh, Kabul's about to fall. Oh, the Kabul just fell. They just lost their capital. They'll probably move their capital just because of how much morale they have, but that's a big hit. And you just took a lot of their treasury and resources by doing that as well.
Now I'm just going to hold here, let the supply catch up a little bit.
It'll do real nice because now you'll be producing it out of Kabul. Yeah, they moved it all the way to the other side of the country, the new capital.
Oh shit.
So this is gonna be maybe a longer war. They might surrender halfway there, but just basically follow the roads around and you'll get them eventually. Oh, they retook Alabad behind you and cut you off at Kabul. They also have a random supply truck in the mountains to the north, just idling, being a supply truck. I have to go get my dinner. I don't really expect anything important to happen at this speed, so I'm just going to leave my camera over Afghanistan and let you do your thing. I'll be right back.
Alright, sounds good.
Stop. I see what you're doing. Stop it. Stop it. Go back to Kabul. Go back to Kabul. You do not want to try to travel through the desert like that. Stay on the roads. You're gonna look. You're already running out of supply. You're gonna get stuck in the middle of the desert and have nowhere to go, and then your entire army is gonna be just kaput. So you want to stay on the roads and you want to capture the towns in order to extend your supply lines. Unless you have like supply trucks to get you there, always stick to the roads and always take towns for supplies. You can build supply depots as well. But yeah, I'd suggest just moving along one of the roads, taking every town in your path. Alright, be right back. Don't get killed.
Okay. I'll try not to.
I'm back with chicken stir fry.
That was fast.
And I see that you are making progress heading south. Oh, the supply in those regions are terrible. Yeah, see, this is why you gotta get these places. Invading countries like this sucks because of the supply situation. Without supply trucks, it's usually just like nigh impossible. This is why railroads can come in handy. Oh my god, your units have been cut off.
Yeah.
The reason the cutoff happened is because where your border ends from the town south of Kabul, that's as far as your supply currently extends. So that's as far as you can claim without a presence. Some of your infantry in the back can move up. It's so frustrating to watch. Come on.
It's only got like... It's an SA6 site, come on. Oh, hold on, let me check those supply trucks.
There's supply planes that can be used for these purposes as well. This is where railroads come in handy, and this is... For wars like this, you usually have to build intermittent supply depots to reach out this far. You can see how far your supply extends down the middle of Afghanistan. Once you got out there, you weren't going any further. You would have run out of supply and just... whole army would have become useless right there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look how useless it is right here. You're just losing units over and over to this one little piece of shit that shouldn't be doing any damage at all. It's a little SA-16 Gimlet, hero of the war for Afghanistan.
There, we took the city. Oy, that was a fight.
Oh, I need more metal ore. Holy shit, my industrial goods production is outpacing a lot of my things. Alright, no more building that, I guess. We're gonna need electricity. We're gonna need metal ore. building a hydro plant. That'll take absolutely forever to build. But hey, you got another town. Yay!
And I'm just waiting for the supply to build back up.
Yeah, that's the struggle. You could probably connect it to Chaman, the city, if you push southeast with a single unit, and then that would extend your supplies in the area a little bit. You know what's funny? If you have full transit with Iran, you could probably just go around and just jump on Herat. But either way, every town you're taking is going to lower their overall morale and get you closer to winning. Oh, they surrendered.
There you go. We're over.
Hell yeah. You are now beefier. Yeah, you're going to want to build some railroads in Afghanistan. Or a lot of infrastructure for supply. Certain military things, by the way, give supplies and some do not. For example, an airfield gives no supply. An air base does. A sea pier gives no supply. A sea base does. I'm very close to having a full formal alliance with Singapore.
I gotta fix my economy now.
Oh, what happened to it?
This war kind of killed it.
Oh, your fucking treasury? Yeah. Yeah, war is expensive. War is expensive.
Raise taxes, cut spending.
This is why I leave my military on standby. Like, I leave a lot of my military deployed at all time because I want to make sure that I can handle a wartime economy. So I leave myself not perpetually like in one, I leave myself perpetually on the brink of one.
Yeah, well, Egypt didn't give me no fucking financial help.
Because their money's running low now. They have far less money than they had. You need the Saudis. The Saudis are the ones with the money now. I finally crossed this cap of electricity because I was building so much like material creation factories, like in industry goods. So now I'm making 2 hydro plants.
Oh, nice. So you finally... That's good that you got that, so you'll have your electricity under control.
Well, yeah, they're going to get my electricity under control so I can go make new stuff. Right now I'm making a lot of sea piers at a lot of my colonies. Not colonies, but less developed areas so that I can station troops there kind of permanently without them having to be amphibious. Problem with expanding my military right now that I'm having is that I have good units I can make now, like these T-90As. Well, that's the only good unit, really. But it takes so long. It takes like 70 days to make one.
Yeah, it does. And you definitely need an air force.
I won the election! I just got some updated designs for land units. And I'll be working pretty hard on trying to update my military. Well, I did something productive that will move me towards my goal. And you can see it pop up in the world events right now.
You formed an alliance.
With Singapore.
Singapore.
Oh, Canada and Brunei just made an alliance.
Oh shit.
What the hell was that? China just declared war on South Korea. Oh my god. I'm gonna support that. We gotta make China like us. And South Korea hates us, so... Holy shit. I'm gonna slow that down just to appreciate it. The South Koreans are already mobilized and militarized, so they're actually getting a good bite out of the Chinese right here at the start. But the Chinese are like ants.
They're everywhere.
They'll just keep coming. South Koreans are probably going to kill a lot of Chinese, but they won't win. I got a non-aggression pact with China. I can also go get a mutual defense pact with them if I pay them for it. Probably I should. Alright, I got mutual defense with China. Probably not the smartest thing, but it should grow us closer to them. South Korea's massive army is making pretty good headway into China, but the Chinese units aren't going to stop coming. China is mounting casualties, but their KDR is not the worst in the world.
Yeah, it looks like South Korea is just holding a defensive posture right now. You can see the line shifting a little bit beyond the Yellow River, but nothing really past that.
Oh, the South Koreans are definitely going on the offensive up in the north. They've claimed a lot of land. They don't have the troops to win this war. China's going to own all of Korea after this.
If we want to be friends with China, go China!
I mean, that was the ideal situation from the start. I'm buying some technology from them just to make them like me more. Oh yeah, I forgot I need more metal ore too. Plop down a couple more of those mines and then go back and look at South Korea, which in the south is getting pushed back. Although, well, it did get pushed back, but now it's pushing back with a vengeance. Holy shit. And up in the north...
Yeah, they're really going into it in northern China. Jeez.
In the north, yeah, they're going real hard. They have so many troops. Like, they have... Wow. And they have a lot of build capacity, too. China, again, just has more. China will get a lot of military build capacity from this, though, I'm realizing. Like, they're gonna get a lot. They're probably gonna have the most in the world at this point, maybe. Wow, they're really giving China a run for their money up here in the north. Like, they pushed out pretty far. You can overlay the loyalty map with the ownership map, and then you can get an idea. Actually, you don't even need the ownership map to really pick it out, but you can see just how much land the Koreans have pushed up and taken. It looks like their frontline force is starting to run a little bit thin, though, in the north, because they're rushing all of it south. This is a war that would stir the market, by the way. Now, what would be really crazy if someone else got involved in this war?
Don't say that. Russia might just hop in for shits and giggles.
As long as they joined against South Korea, that would be nice. But for example, if China and the US got involved in war, they'd be so far away they couldn't really fight each other, yet the constant state of war and spending would stimulate the economy of the world non-stop. They are giving China a run for their money. Looking at the statistics right now, China has only killed 127 of their units, but has lost 329. Their total casualties have actually surpassed South Korea's casualties, even if you include South Korea's attack on North Korea. And so far, it's only Korean and only Chinese units that are involved in all of this.
Yeah, I haven't seen any others as well.
Yeah, no one's helping the mutual defense.
Yeah, the lines are kind of shifting, but they're stable.
South Korea is really pushing hard. Like, it's brutal. They got the high-tech, like, US-supported stuff. And China, you know, they have their own tech, but it's a war of attrition. And if it is a war of attrition, China's gonna win. As the front expands, as South Korea pushes inwards,
I think I see China going for an...
China's going to be able to man that front, and South Korea is not.
Looks like the South Koreans stopped the encirclement maneuver.
Yeah, I saw that. Although, I'll tell you this, though. The South Koreans are going to do some damn fine damage to China.
Yeah, no kidding.
Man, they're pushing right up north, the South Koreans.
It's going to be a hell of a fight in the main controlled cities, though. That's where China looks like they have the bulk of their forces in reserve.
There's a lot of mutual defense partners China has, or just those with treaties that are sitting on Chinese territory right now. China's probably using most of its active forces on this front right now, but as long as China doesn't get pushed to some kind of critical point, there's just no way South Korea can pull out any kind of victory here. Although they've done impressively well. Honestly, I thought China was just going to collapse in on them and crush them instantaneously. But look at them. They have such high-tech units, and they're just pushing forward and forward. I'm sure they're picking up loads of debt to pull this off, though. China, too.
For sure on that.
China's military approval rating is having problems as well. Yo, what if China loses this? What if all of China becomes South Korea, and South Korea becomes the strongest country on the planet? And we're just some helpless little Muslim nations. And then, like, every superpower in the world just fucking hates our guts.
Then this playthrough is going to be over very quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be a little short. Come on, Muslim world, let's get together. We gotta be friends. You look at South Korea.